The world respects those who control themselves. What if I told you that the reason you're struggling in life isn't because of other people, bad luck, or the world being unfair, but because you are still a slave to your feelings? Your emotions are the greatest weapon your enemies can use against you. If someone can make you angry, they own your peace. If someone can make you jealous, they own your confidence. If someone can make you fearful, they own your decisions. And the harsh truth? Most people will never escape this trap. They will live their entire lives being controlled by their emotions, reacting, breaking, and giving away their power every single day, but not you. Because today, I'm going to show you how to train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. I'll teach you the Stoic way to emotional control, a method so powerful that once you master it, people will start to fear your composure. This is Stoic Techniques, the channel where you learn how to control your emotions, sharpen your mind, and dominate life. If you're tired of letting emotions rule you, subscribe right now. Before we start, comment below and type, "I control my mind. My emotions do not control me." This is your first step toward transformation. Let's see how many of you are ready. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Why your feelings are your biggest weakness. Most people believe that their emotions make them strong. They think feeling deeply makes them authentic, real, and powerful. But in reality, emotions make you weak. Not because emotions are bad, but because most people let them take control. They react, they overthink, they let their feelings dictate their actions. And because of this, they become easy to manipulate, easy to break, and easy to control. Think about it. If someone can anger you, they can make you act irrationally. If someone can scare you, they can stop you from taking action. If someone can hurt your pride, they can control your confidence. This is why emotional control is power, because the moment someone knows how to trigger your emotions, you are their puppet. And the world, it thrives on emotional manipulation. The world is built to control your feelings. Look around. Everything in society is designed to control how you feel. Marketing and advertising prey on your insecurity, making you feel like you're not enough so you'll buy their products. News and politics fuel your fear, making you believe the world is out of control so you stay dependent on their system. Social media plays on your emotions, keeping you addicted to validation, approval, and comparison. And the worst part? Most people fall for it every single time. They react, they get triggered, they become victims of their own emotions. But not the Stoic, because the Stoic understands this one truth. If you don't control your emotions, someone else will. And the moment you let emotions take over, you lose. How emotional weakness destroys. You think about all the times in life when you've made bad decisions. I guarantee that every single one of them was driven by emotion, not logic. You sent that angry text you later regretted. You let fear stop you from taking a chance. You got caught up in sadness and wasted time dwelling on the past. This is what happens when emotions control you. Anger makes you impulsive. Fear makes you hesitant. Sadness makes you weak. But here's what the Stoics knew. The man who controls his emotions controls his destiny. The power of the Stoic mindset. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Roman emperors, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics trained their minds to remain calm, unshaken, and indifferent to anything they couldn't control. They understood that emotions are just impulses, not commands. This is the mindset you must develop if you want to be untouchable. Because the truth is, emotions will always be there. You will feel anger, you will feel sadness, you will feel fear. But the difference between the weak and the strong is that the weak let emotions control them, while the strong observe them, understand them, and refuse to let them dictate their actions. This is where true power begins. Comment below and type, I am stronger than my emotions. Nothing can shake me. This is your declaration, your first step toward becoming unbreakable. Now, let's move to section 2, where we'll break down why emotional control is the greatest weapon you can develop. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 2, the truth about emotional control, the Stoics' ultimate weapon. Most people believe that emotional control is about feeling nothing, about shutting down, becoming cold, and suppressing emotions entirely. But this is wrong. True Stoic emotional control is not about ignoring emotions. It's about understanding them, mastering them, and refusing to let them dictate your actions. The strongest minds in history, warriors, emperors, strategists, all knew one truth. If you control your emotions, you control your fate. If you don't, someone else will. Why emotional control is the most powerful weapon. Imagine two men in an argument. One is yelling, shaking with anger, reacting to every word. The other is calm, composed, and completely unreadable. Who is stronger? It's always the one who remains calm. Because the moment you lose control, you reveal your weakness. You expose your emotions for others to manipulate, predict, and exploit. Here's why emotional control is your greatest weapon. It makes you unpredictable. People fear what they can't read. When you control your reactions, you become a mystery, and mystery creates power. It forces others to respect you. No one respects someone who gets triggered easily. But when you remain calm under pressure, people will start to see you as different, powerful, untouchable. It makes you immune to manipulation. Think about it. If someone insults you and you react emotionally, they win. If someone tries to scare you and you panic, they win. But if you refuse to react, they have no power over you. The Stoics mastered this skill. They understood that if they wanted to be truly free, strong, and dominant in life, they had to become emotionally untouchable. The world will try to break you. Will you let it? Society is built to provoke you, test you, and pull you into emotional chaos. Social media feeds off your anger and envy. The news thrives on your fear and panic. Relationships test your jealousy and insecurity. And if you let these emotions control you, you will always be a slave to the system. But if you develop unshakable emotional control, you rise above it. You stop reacting. You stop playing their game. You become the one who controls, instead of the one who is controlled. And the world, it will notice. People will start to wonder why you don't get triggered like everyone else. They will try to test you, to provoke you, and every time you remain calm, you gain more power. Because the man who remains unmoved in chaos is the one who holds true strength. The first step to mastering your emotions. You must train yourself to pause. When something makes you angry, pause. When you feel fear creeping in, pause. When someone tries to provoke you, pause. That split second between feeling an emotion and reacting to it is your power. Most people react instantly, and that is why they are weak. But when you train yourself to observe your emotions without acting on them, you become dangerous. Comment below and type, "I control my emotions. My mind is untouchable." This is your declaration, your shift from emotional weakness to emotional strength. Now in section 3, we will break down how to train your mind to stay unshaken under pressure, no matter what life throws at you. Are you ready for the next level? Let's go. Number 3, how to train your mind to stay unshaken under pressure. Most people break under pressure. They panic, overthink, and let emotions take over. They let fear paralyze them, anger control them, and stress consume them. But the Stoic, he remains unshaken, unbothered, unbreakable. Because he understands one truth. Pressure doesn't break you. Your reaction to pressure does. If you want to develop unshakable mental strength, you must train your mind like a warrior, not in theory, not in books, but in the real world. Here's how. 1. The pause technique. Master the art of delayed reaction. The weak react instantly. The strong take their time. Every time you feel a strong emotion, pause. Do not react immediately. If someone insults you, pause. Let them wonder what you're thinking. If something angers you, pause. Breathe before responding. If fear creeps in, pause. Separate yourself from the emotion. This simple act of pausing gives you back control. It forces your mind to think before your emotions act. And the more you practice this, the more automatic it becomes. In a world full of impulsive people, the one who pauses first wins. 2. Exposure training. Face the storm until it feels normal. The reason people break under pressure is because they avoid it. They avoid rejection, so they fear it. They avoid discomfort, so they crumble when it happens. They avoid failure, so they never grow stronger. The Stoic does the opposite. If something scares you, triggers you, or makes you uncomfortable, face it repeatedly. If you fear speaking up, force yourself to speak. If you fear failure, put yourself in situations where you might fail. If you fear being alone, spend more time alone. The more you expose yourself to pressure, the less it affects you. What once felt like a storm will soon feel like a gentle breeze. 3. The emotional distance trick. Act as if it's happening to someone else. When life hits you hard, most people internalize it. They take it personally, and their emotions take over. But here's a Stoic technique to instantly stay calm. Act as if the situation is happening to someone else. If you lost your job, imagine your friend lost his job. What would you tell him? If someone insulted you, imagine you're watching a movie. What would the main character do? This technique creates distance between you and your emotions. And when you do this, you react with logic, not feelings. The moment you stop taking things personally, nothing can shake you. 4. The worst-case scenario. Exercise. Eliminate fear before it starts. Fear grows in uncertainty, but when you face your worst fears mentally, they lose their power over you. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Could I survive it? How would I rebuild from it? 99% of the time, you'll realize the worst-case scenario isn't as bad as your emotions make it seem. Once you stop fearing the worst, pressure can no longer control you. 5. The control test. Separate what you can and cannot control. Most people waste energy trying to control the uncontrollable. The Stoic focuses only on what he can control. You can't control if people like you, but you can control your self-respect. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. You can't control the past, but you can control your next move. When you shift your focus only to what you control, stress disappears. Final thought. Pressure is a test. Will you pass? Pressure is not meant to break you. It is meant to shape you. The weak let pressure crush them. The strong use it to become unbreakable. Comment below and type, "Pressure makes me stronger. I control my mind." This is your declaration. Now that you know how to train your mind for unshakable strength, let's take it a step further. In section 4, we will dive into the power of indifference, how to stop caring about what doesn't matter and free yourself completely. Are you ready for the next level? Number 4, the power of indifference, how to stop caring about what doesn't matter. The world wants you to care too much. Care about what people think. Care about fitting in. Care about things that don't serve you. And because of this, people live trapped, chained to opinions, fear, and expectations. But those who master the power of indifference, they are free, powerful, untouchable. Because the moment you stop caring about what doesn't matter, you become impossible to control. 1. The truth about caring. Too much. Most people are prisoners of their emotions, not because they want to be, but because they've been conditioned to be. They obsess over what others think of them. They stress over things they cannot change. They react to every little inconvenience. But here's what the Stoics understood. Caring too much is a weakness. Marcus Aurelius once said, We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most of your pain doesn't come from reality. It comes from your attachment to things that don't even matter. And the only way to escape this: indifference. 2. What happens when you stop caring about the wrong things? The moment you master the power of indifference, everything changes. Insults lose their power. If someone insults you and you simply don't care, they become powerless. Fear disappears. When you stop fearing failure, judgment, and loss, you start moving boldly. You become mysterious and respected. People fear what they cannot read. When they see that nothing shakes you, they don't know how to control you. Indifference is power. The less you react, the more in control you are. 3. The 3 filter rule. What should you actually care about? Not all indifference is good. A Stoic doesn't care about everything, but he also doesn't ignore everything. Here's a rule to follow. Every time something bothers you, ask yourself: 1. Will this matter in 5 years? If not, let it go immediately. 2. Is this under my control? If not, stop wasting your energy. 3. Does this affect my principles? If yes, then and only then, take action. By filtering what actually deserves your attention, you stop wasting energy on useless emotions. 4. The formula for complete detachment. Indifference is a mental muscle. You must train it. Here's how. Detach from praise criticism. If compliments make you happy, insults will make you weak. Learn to be unaffected by both. Detach from validation. If you need people's approval, they control you. Be confident in yourself, not in others' opinions. Detach from outcomes. Most stress comes from attachment to results. Instead, focus only on your actions. Let the results happen naturally. The Stoic mind does not chase, does not react, does not cling. 5. The final test. Can you walk away? The ultimate power move. Walking away from anything that no longer serves you. Weak people beg for validation. Weak people argue for attention. Weak people cling to things that drain them. But the strong, they walk away, without hesitation, without regret. And this is why the indifferent mind is the strongest mind. Comment below and type: I am indifferent to what does not serve me. This is your declaration, your step toward ultimate freedom. Now that you've mastered the power of indifference, it's time for the final test. In Section 5, we will reveal the ultimate Stoic challenge: how to know if you are truly in control, or if emotions still own you. Are you ready for the final level? Let's go. Number 5, the final test. Are you in control, or are you controlled? Everything we've covered so far has led to this moment, the ultimate test. You now understand how to control your emotions, train your mind, and master indifference. But the real question is, have you actually developed mental strength, or do emotions still control you? Most people think they are strong, until life puts them in the fire, until pressure exposes their weaknesses, until someone triggers the right emotion and they lose control. This is where the final test begins. 1. The reaction test. Do you control your emotions, or do they control you? The fastest way to know if you are truly in control: observe how you react. If someone insults you, do you feel the urge to react? If things don't go your way, do you feel frustration rise? If you're ignored or rejected, does it affect your confidence? If any of these still affect you, your emotions still own you. The Stoic remains calm, indifferent, and focused no matter what happens. He does not react, he observes. Here's your test. The next time something angers you, do nothing. Just observe the feeling, then let it go. If you can do this, you are passing the first test. 2. The walking away test. Can you leave without attachment? Weak people cling to things that drain them. Bad relationships, negative people, toxic environments. They stay because they fear loss, fear change, and fear being alone. The strong, they walk away, without guilt, without hesitation. Here's your test. If someone disrespects you, can you walk away without explaining yourself? If a situation no longer serves you, can you leave without regret? If something isn't under your control, can you let it go instantly? If you struggle with this, you are still emotionally attached. A Stoic knows nothing outside of you deserves control over you. 3. The silence test. Can you stay quiet in chaos? Most people talk too much, argue too fast, and feel the need to prove themselves. But the strong remain silent when it matters most. Silence is a power move. It forces others to expose themselves while you remain unreadable. Here's your test. The next time someone challenges you, say nothing. Just look at them. The next time someone insults you, respond with silence. The next time there's tension, be the one who speaks last. If you can control your words, your tone, and your responses, you are in control. 4. The fear test. Can you face discomfort without running? Fear controls most people. It stops them from taking action. A Stoic? He moves forward, even when fear is present. Here's your test. Do something uncomfortable every day. Face rejection, failure, and loss without hesitation. Train yourself to stop overthinking and start acting. The man who moves despite fear is the man who owns his life. 5. The final question. Who owns your mind? Look at your actions. Look at your reactions. Do you control your emotions? Or do your emotions still control you? If you've passed these tests, you are already ahead of 99% of people. If you failed, good. Now you know what to work on. Comment below and type, "I am unbreakable. My emotions serve me, not control me." This is your declaration. The world is full of weak minds. Choose to be different. Final words. Your next step. You now have the tools to become truly untouchable, but knowledge is nothing without action. So here's what you need to do next. 1. Rewatch this video and apply these techniques daily. 2. Test yourself in real situations. Control your emotions. 3. Subscribe, like, and turn on notifications for more Stoic wisdom that will keep sharpening your mind. This is just the beginning. The path of the Stoic is a lifetime journey. Are you ready to walk it? Conclusion. The final step to becoming truly unbreakable. You've now reached the end of this journey, but in reality, this is only the beginning. Most people will watch this and do nothing. They'll continue reacting emotionally, chasing validation, and letting feelings dictate their lives. But not you. Because now, you know the truth. The strong control their emotions, while the weak are controlled by them. The question is, what will you do next? The 3 rules moving forward. If you want to truly master Stoic emotional control, you must live by these 3 rules. 1. Never react instantly. Train yourself to pause before reacting. This alone will separate you from 99% of people. 2. Detach from what you cannot control, the past. Let it go. Other people's opinions, ignore them. The future, focus only on what you can control. 3. Never show emotional weakness. People test you all the time, through insults, rejection, and pressure. If you show them that their words affect you, they own you. When you live by these rules, you become the one in control of your mind, your emotions, and ultimately, your destiny. Your final declaration. This is your moment. If you're serious about becoming truly unshakable, prove it. Comment below and type, "I control my mind. I am truly unbreakable." This is not just a comment, it's a declaration, a contract with yourself. Join the Stoic movement. If you want more powerful mental techniques like this, make sure you like this video so more people can discover Stoic power. Subscribe, turn on notifications, because the next lesson will take your power to an even higher level. This is just the beginning. Are you going to stay weak like the rest? Or are you going to become the unshakable force that controls everything? The choice is yours. Act now.